up, all you radical people of YouTube? Welcome to the Captain's Cog. As you can see, I got a dropper post on the Schwinn aluminum comp sent to me by the one and only Berserker Nick. And he also sent me the Pro Hansen stem and the Tektro hydraulic brakes. I have not gotten out on the trail yet because it's been very hot here in Los Angeles and I'm working a new job, so I don't get off until 1 p.m. in the afternoon, and it's already hot as heck by then, so hasn't been a whole lot of time of riding. But I just wanted to take a minute and I wanted to show you the upgrades I did to the bike. And I'm real sorry I didn't do an install video for this one, but to be honest with you, I've been getting a little burnt out on the whole filming of bike installs or parts installs, sorry. And I had so many things to put on. I had the brakes to put on, I wanted to change the bars, I wanted to put on the new stem. The one thing I'm kind of sad I didn't document was the dropper post install. I think some people might have wanted to see that, but it was pretty cut and dry. You know, it was externally routed, so there wasn't any issues. And so far, it's working wonderful. As you can see, we'll stare at this later, but for now I want to have a little bit of a handlebar discussion with you guys, so let's get into that right now. Alright, so some of you might not know, but Berserker Nick sent me these Corky mountain bike handlebars. They have 50 millimeters of rise, and I put these on and I tried them out for a few days and they just felt weird. They had a lot of back sweep, so I actually rode I did a major hill climb at night with my buddy, and it felt like the whole time I was kind of swerving up the trail, because it was like one hand kind of wanted to be straight, but then the other one wanted to also, so I was kind of like veering all up and down, all up the trail. So I told Berserker Nick, I said, hey, thanks buddy, but I'm going to try something else on the Schwinn aluminum comp. These bars though, if you were to cut them, maybe use them on like a dirt jumper, a bike that maybe you didn't ride long intervals on, they'd probably be fine. They would feel comfortable if you were holding them a little more in or out right here. But when you're holding them out on the ends like I do, these are 780 millimeters. So when you're holding them on the outside like this, the back sweep makes it like the reach is really close to you. So it feels like your bike is actually smaller than it is. Alright, so the bars I got on the Schwinn aluminum comp are the Deity D30 bars, or Dirty 30 bars. They were on my Giant, but I'm going to get new bars for that, so I figured I would put those on my aluminum comp because they're real comfortable, the angles, everything's real nice. 30 millimeter rise, everything's good. So let's talk about, these were the stock bars. As far as the angles go and the rise, they were really comfortable bars. They felt really good. Besides them being real narrow and made out of steel, they were real heavy. The actual angles and the feel of the bars were spot on. You can see they're not too much up sweep, not too much back sweep, good amount of rise. So those were the originals, the stock, sorry. Then I changed to the wake. The wakes I was excited to get, but then once I received them and tried to put them on, I realized that these bars have a lot of upsweep. So if you were to put the bars in a position where the rise is going straight up, like how the rise on the Deity bars is, you can see the bars are going up a lot. And I see, videos and pictures of guys that put these on their bike and they have them running straight up like this, and you're like angled, your hands are angled like this, so you have to run them very, very tilted back to flatten out that upsweep, because Joshua at Chicken Sendi's, upsweep can be adjusted by tilting your bars, but back sweep, you can't really adjust that by tilting it. It just makes it even worse, or negative back sweep. So these ones, you have to actually run the bar tilted so far back so that they don't feel like they're sweeping up, that you lose basically all the rise in the bar, because you're running it at like this basically, tilted so far back. you can run it like this, but to me that just felt wacky. So next, we have the corky bars. Now the corky bars have a good amount of upsweep, but they have a ton of back sweep. So the back sweep you can't adjust by tilting the bars. It's always going to be there. It's never really going to change. It's always going to feel like too much back sweep. So these ones you can't really adjust. You can't do anything to make them feel less sweeped back. The upsweep on these feels great, but the back sweep is just too much. So as you can see, if I can hold these, hopefully see how the corky bars are swooped back, and these ones are kind of more flat but swooped up. So that's basically my lesson in handlebars. You know, you could buy budget bars, but you don't really know what you're gonna get until you feel them and you ride with them. So if you're a picky rider like I am, I mean, I've been riding BMX bikes since I was, 11, 12 years old. I know all the ins and outs of BMX handlebar geometry. I know what I like. A lot of bars are like 12-degree back sweep, 1-degree up sweep. I like 11 and about 1.5 to 2 degrees of up sweep on my BMX handlebars. Mountain bike handlebars are a little different. They run them a little flat, so they're made like 9 degrees of back sweep, and I'm not even sure how much up sweep they put. But I know what feels right and what feels good. So my advice is just, if your bars don't feel good or they don't feel right, spend a little more. Spend maybe $35, $40 on like a pair of Spanx, or $50 on a pair of Deities if you have to. But you're getting a strong bar, the angles are going to be right, and everything's going to be good. And the other thing about the wake bars, I don't know if I got them from the factory bent, but this side is like 1 inch lower than this side. So if you put it on the bike and you turn the bars and measure the angle, measure the distance from the bottom of the handlebar to the top of the top tube, this side's like 4 inches, this one was like 5 inches, or sorry, 3 inches, this one was bent down. I didn't really notice it when I put them on, so I don't know if I did a drop and landed like heavy on the front end and one side bent, or if they came that way. I don't know. But I would say the wake bars are pretty decent for the price. Just don't expect a lot of rise out of them, because you do have to run them pretty tilted back for them to feel comfortable. So what do you say we stare at this bike now? I hope you all enjoyed seeing those upgrades that Berserker Nick sent me for the Schwinn aluminum comp. Once again, thank you so much, buddy. You are the best channel sponsor that a guy could ask for. I hope you gained a little bit of knowledge about handlebars from my little handlebar tutorial there. But anyway, you know what to do. Keep the budget low, the stoke high, and always be your own captain. This is the captain signing off. I'll catch you guys next time. Thank you so much, buddy. You are one of the most awesome dudes I know.